This is but a taste of the dark side.
Witam was z tej strony Kamil, 46 po raz kolejny w Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Zaczynamy od razu i jeszcze może pogadajmy z Myszyn. Ostatnim razem też z nią chwileczkę pogadaliśmy, ale może tym razem ona się nam bardziej otworzy na brata. Jednak tak. Co ona ci zrobiła?
My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked.
Chcesz powiedzieć bez względu na to, ile kradł. Czy Lina go rzuciła?
I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road.
I co się stało?
After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were going to try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went.
Może coś mu się stało?
Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Taurus, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was the hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
To wszystko.
Okay.
Dobra. Ale może ja sobie ją akurat wymienię i wezmę sobie Canderousa, czemu nie? W ogóle nie wszyscy mają poziom, ale to później może porozdaję. Nie ma jakiegoś pośpiechu. A, no tak, bo Bastili teraz nie mam, no to nie mogę biegać. Znaczy szybciej biegać. Dobra. Cóż. Enklawa Jedi. Nie mam pojęcia, czy gdzieś indziej w Expanded Universe były podobne przypadki, ale chyba od KOTORa się zaczęło, że mamy inne Akademie Jedi. Oczywiście jednak Coruscant jest główna. Oczywiście.
She claims you and she have shared a dream. A vision of Malak and Revan in the ancient ruins here on Dantooine.
These ruins have long been known to us, but we believe them to be merely burial mounds. Perhaps they're more than we first suspected, if Revan and Malak found something there.
No właśnie, bo była ta cała wizja, ja będę miał potem dużo kombinowania z tymi filmami. Co? Skąd Bastila wiedziała, że mieliśmy ten sam sen?
She says she has felt your presence within the dream. The presence she has felt within you ever since...
Mr. Vandar.
Ever since Taurus. It is not unknown for this to happen between two people strong in the Force. Bastila has described this shared dream to the Council in great detail. We feel it is more than a dream. It is a vision. The Force is acting through you, as it acts through Bastila.
Chcesz powiedzieć, że miewam wizję?
You and Bastila share a powerful connection to the Force, and each other. This is not unheard of. Connections often form between master and student, but rarely does a bond develop so quickly.
Whatever dangers may lie ahead, we cannot ignore the destiny that has brought you and Bastila here to us. Together.
Chcesz powiedzieć, że coś mnie z nią łączy?
You and she are linked, as is your fate to hers. Together, you two may be able to stop Darth Malak and the Sith.
But do not let your head be filled with visions of glory and power. Such thoughts are the path to the dark side. The way of the light is long and difficult, as you must learn. Are you ready for such hardship?
Tak, jestem gotów na wszystko.
Understand that there is little choice in this matter, for you or us. Across the galaxy, the numbers of our order dwindle. We have sent many Jedi in quest of a way to thwart Malak's advance. Many have not returned. The Sith hunt the Jedi down like animals, ambushing and assassinating our brothers wherever they are found. We fear it is only a matter of time until they discover even this hidden refuge.
Other Jedi have fallen from the light and embraced the dark side, giving their allegiance to the Sith and Malak, their Dark Lord.
Jak można go powstrzymać?
Perhaps our hope lies in the dream you and Bastilla shared. The Council has come to the conclusion that you and Bastilla must investigate the ancient ruins you dreamed of.
Perhaps there you will find some clue, some explanation of how Revan and Malak were corrupted. And perhaps there you shall find a way to stop them.
Jestem już gotowy, przyjmuję tę misję.
The Force flows through you like no student we have ever seen. But you are willful and headstrong, a dangerous combination.
Before we send you to investigate the ruins, you must be trained in the ways of the Jedi, so that you can resist the darkness within yourself, within all of us. Otherwise you are doomed to fail.
Jak sobie życzysz, mistrzu Wandar?
We must begin your training at once. You have a destiny upon you that you must be prepared to face. The entire fate of the galaxy is upon you.
I can only hope you will prove up to the task.
The path you have chosen to walk is difficult. Intensive training will prepare you physically for the demands of the Order. Meditation will teach you to channel the power of the Force. To truly understand the way of the Jedi, you must open your mind to knowledge. Seek wisdom in the teachings of the great masters of our Order. A Jedi is never alone. Others in the Order will always stand by you. You and Bastila share a special bond. Do not be afraid to turn to her when you need help in your training. The way of the Jedi is difficult. It requires great discipline. Yet even though you are a mere apprentice, your potential is unlimited, and your progress amazing. In all my years, I have never seen one who has mastered the initial training so quickly. You have done in weeks what many cannot do in years. I am honored to welcome you fully into the Jedi Order. Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy.
Mam kilka pytań, mistrzu Zar. Zar może. Pytania o Revana i Malaka.
Few mention those names around here anymore, but I suppose it is just as dangerous to deny they were ever part of the Order. When I was still on Coruscant, Revan and Malak often came to me for additional training. In particular, Revan's hunger to learn seemed insatiable. I should have recognized this as a warning sign, but I perceived the young Padawan's lust for knowledge as simple exuberance and eagerness. Revan was my most promising pupil, one I felt sure would someday become a champion of the Jedi Order.
I co się stało?
The Jedi Order moved too slowly for Revan and Malak. We were too cautious in their eyes. They always sought to learn far quicker than their masters felt was prudent. It is one thing to understand a lesson, but to truly comprehend it takes a wisdom that only comes with time. Several years ago, when the Mandalorian threat first arose, Revan and Malak were eager to journey to the Outer Rim to defeat the enemy of the Republic. But the Council felt it best if we moved with care and caution. The true threat the Council feared had not yet revealed itself, but Revan would not be dissuaded. Charismatic and powerful, it was inevitable many of the Order would flock to Revan's seemingly noble cause. Malak was the first to join his closest friend. Others soon followed, many of our youngest and brightest, intent on saving the galaxy from the Mandalorian threat.
Co się stało z tą szlachetną misją?
They were foolish to disregard the Council's wishes. I do not know what happened to Revan, Malak, and their followers on the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim, but something corrupted them. Their ideals became twisted, their spirits were tainted, and they fell to the dark side. There is a lesson in this. A lesson you would do well to take to heart. The dark side can corrupt even the most noble of Jedi.
Zapamiętam tę lekcję, mistrzu Zad.
You have learned much, yet there is much more for you to still understand. The way of the Jedi must be entered into with a clear and focused mind. When you feel that you are ready to continue your training, know that you can find me here.
W porządku, otrzymano stracone przedmioty. No właśnie, nie mam miecza. Oddawać mi mój miecz. To miałem to chyba? Tak? Tak, dobra. Zad Lestin. W ogóle sobie zapiszę może grę.
Greetings, my young pupil. Your progress has been most remarkable so far. Are you here to continue your training in the ways of the Jedi?
Chyba już na to mi odpowiedział, chociaż zaraz zobaczę.
Few men...
Tak, już mi to powiedziałeś wszystko, dobra.
Greeting.
Jestem gotów kontynuować naukę.
Soon your apprenticeship will end, and you will be granted the title of Padawan, the lowest rank of those within the Jedi Order. Yet first you must prove yourself worthy in the traditions and customs of our order, as handed down from master to pupil for 1,000 generations. You must successfully complete 3 tests before you earn your place among the Jedi.
Co to za próby?
These tests will see if you have truly mastered the training you have been given, both mental and physical. Upon completing these tests, you will pass from apprentice to Padawan, and join in the ranks of the Jedi. First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi Code. These tenets must always guide your actions. In everything you do, you must always be conscious of their wisdom. You must prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code.
No, znam już ten, więc nie muszę się
Greetings, my
uczyć.
young.
Jestem gotów
Soon
kontynuować.
you're up in the traditions and
No, jestem gotów.
These tests will... First, I will test your knowledge of the Jedi. You must now prove you have a Jedi's understanding of the Code by completing these fundamental precepts of our order. There
There
is
is
no
no
emotion.
emotion. There is peace.
There is no ignorance.
There's knowledge.
There is no passion.
There is serenity.
There is no chaos.
There is harmony.
There is no death.
There is the Force. The
You have learned your
Force shall
studies
free
well,
me.
apprentice. It will not be long before you are a full member of our order. But first, you must pass the second test and learn about the most prized possession of a Jedi, the very symbol of our order, the lightsaber. The lightsaber is the traditional weapon of our order. It is a symbol of a Jedi's skill, dedication, and authority. And each lightsaber is as individual as the Jedi who wields it. The blade is made of pure energy, focused by polished crystals in the hilt. As the second test, each Jedi must construct his lightsaber with his own hands. And now it is your time. Speak with Master Dorak, and he will guide you through the choosing of a crystal.
W porządku. A tutaj jeszcze chyba mieliśmy coś takiego w warsztacie, tak mi się... Czy to nie warsztat był? A tutaj, komputer szkoleniowy. Witaj istoto wrażliwa na mozlach, a zachowanie pokoju i harmonii wszystkich istot ważne jest, by różnorodne ścieżki zakonu Jedi zostały przez nie zrozumiane. Tylko dzięki wiedzy zdołają one dostrzec prawdę w mocy. Obrońcy Jedi szkolą się w walce i doskonałe umiejętności fizyczne. W przeciwieństwie do nich, negocjatorzy Jedi dążą do opanowania niezwykłej potęgi mocy. Strażnicy Jedi starają się znaleźć równowagę między dwiema poprzednimi postawami. Opowiedz mniej więcej o obrońcach Jedi... Obrońcy Jedi walczą z siłami zła i ciemną stroną, koncentrują się na szkoleniu bojowym oraz na mistrzowskim opanowaniu władanie mieczem świetlnym, czyli w sumie coś dla nas, bo mamy żołnierza. Podstawowe atrybuty klasowe, 10 punktów żywotności, poziom? Nie rozumiem. 4 punkty mocy, poziom... A, że na poziom, tak? Znaczy ten, dobra. Wolne rozwijanie umiejętności, przyspieszanie... Kto ci pozwolił pominąć? Zdobywają automatycznie atut skok Jedi. o negocjatorze. Próbują przywrócić równowagę we wszechświecie, aby lepiej poznać i opanować moc, skoncentrują się raczej na dyscyplinie umysłu niż na walce fizycznej. Podstawowe atrybuty klasowe 6 punktów żywotności, poziom 8 punktów mocy, poziom wolne rozwijanie umiejętności, wolne doskonalenie atutów. No i jeszcze strażnik, walcząc z bezprawiem i niesprawiedliwością, dążą do zachowania równowagi między fizycznymi i umysłowymi cnotami zakonu Jedi. Przepraszam. Podstawowe atrybuty klasowe 8 punktów żywotności na poziom, 6 punktów mocy na poziom, średnio szybkie rozwijanie umiejętności, wolne doskonalenie atutów. Dobra, dzięki temu są niepodatni na strach. Przyrównanie. No cóż, rzeczywiście, negocjator ma najmniejszą żywotność, za to ma najwięcej punktów mocy na poziom. Obrońca ma najwięcej żywotności, ale za to mniej mocy, a strażnik tak jedno z drugim w sumie. Tak na równi prawie, że. Dobra, wyloguj mnie. Ja raczej tradycyjnie będę brał negocjatora. Jakoś tak dziwnie się zdarzyło, że zawsze sobie też brałem żołnierza i negocjatora, takie połączenie siły z mocą. Które w sumie są przeciwstawne do siebie, jakby nie patrzeć.
Ah, you have come, young apprentice, at Master Zar's bidding. He sees great promise in you, as do I. The time has come for you to choose the color of your lightsaber. This color also reflects your demeanor and position within the Order.
Jakie kolory mam do wyboru?
Blue is the color of the Jedi Guardian. This Jedi battles against the forces
A w
of
sumie to
evil
już wiemy.
and dark side. Yellow is the color of the Jedi. Green is the color of the Jedi.
Dobra, to już wiemy. Chcę zostać negocjatorem Jedi. Co w sumie będzie dla mnie nawet trudne, biorąc pod uwagę, że mam postać bardziej ofensywną niż dystansową. Okej. Chcę zostać negocjatorem Jedi. No i jeszcze mam mądrość słabą. Trzeba będzie to potrenować.
Indeed, we shall see. I will now ask you questions, and your responses will indicate which class you lean most towards. A woman and her small child are beset by a desperate-looking group of thugs. They're menacing her with weapons, and she screams to you for help. What do you do?
Zatrzymuję bandytów i próbuję się dowiedzieć, dlaczego ją atakują.
Indeed. Very well. On to the next question. You are in combat with a dark Jedi allied with the Sith. There is a pause in the combat. What do you do?
Próbuję się dowiedzieć, dlaczego przeszedł na ciemną stronę, a następnie staram się sprowadzić go z powrotem na drogę światła.
Yes, I suspected as much. Now for the next question. There is a locked door, and your goal lies on the other side. What do you do?
Pukam. Wyłamuję drzwi. Pukam.
I am beginning to see a pattern here, apprentice. I have a feeling about what you would be best at. But first, the final question. You are the head of an enclave on a contested world. The Dark Jedi have infiltrated and are causing unrest across the planet. What do you do?
Próbuję się porozumieć z rządem planety i ich zidentyfikować intruzów.
Yes, I thought as much. As I suspected.
No,
You would be most
negocjator.
suitable as a Jedi. Which color and path do you believe yourself most?
Zielony to ścieżka negocjatora Jedi.
Here is a green crystal for your lightsaber. Go speak to Master Jar again and he will instruct you on how to construct it.
W sumie nigdy nie sprawdzałem, czy... Aha, to już, dobra. No i przy okazji można tutaj sobie poustawiać. No właśnie tutaj trochę źle to tak podawałem, bo mogłem w sumie tę inteligencję zmniejszyć, że przynajmniej miałbym 2 razy po mądrości, a tak to mam takie coś niestety. No dobra, niech będzie mądrość 13. Będziemy musieli nad nią mocno popracować. Teraz programowanie chcecie, no nie. Ja wolę perswazję. Mam dosyć niską. Biegłość walc w broni, miecz świetny, zasłona Jedi, ogniskowa mocy, więzy mocy, zmysły Jedi, super. Zaawansowana, no nie chcę zaawansowanej, wolałbym raczej... Zaawansowana, tak? Tak, zaawansowana. Nie, nie chcę tego. Ja chcę... W sumie też to nie byłoby takie złe, przynajmniej miałbym już... Przynajmniej to wytrzymałość byłoby coraz wyższa. Dobra, weźmy to może lepiej. Moce. Ogłuszenie, pchnięcie mocą. Pchnięcie mocą tak, czy ogłuszenie... No w sumie chyba nie napotkam na żadnych robotów, na żadne roboty. Dobra, niech będzie. Akceptuj. No właśnie, jeszcze mamy kolejny poziom. Podnieść poziom umiejętności. Czemu wy mi programowanie chcecie dawać teraz? Nie mam pojęcia. Spostrzegawczość, perswazja. O, mogę nawet naprawę sobie dać. Fajnie. Leczenie. Ran. Bardziej w perswazję dam, wiecie? Bo tam niska perswazja troszeczkę mnie tutaj niepokoi. Dobra, zastój. Nie, zastój może nie. Wir mocy nie byłby taki zły właściwie. Ale może na leczenie się bardziej zdecyduję. I to wszystko. Aha, myszyn jeszcze, no tak, myszyn. Dobra, niech ona ma wszystko. Atak zaskoczenia. Fajnie, fajnie. Zręczność. No zręczność będzie chyba najlepsza. Tutaj. A tutaj... Złota rączka. Czy złota rączka jest potrzebna? Nie wiem. W sumie ona walczy tylko jedną bronią, więc... Poprawiona czujność... Albo na czujność jeszcze ma, no tak. No to niech może to ma lepsze. Będzie przynajmniej lepiej strzelała. Chociaż... Dobra, niech będzie. I Canderousa w ogóle nie dałem. Leczenie ran, atuty. Tobie nie. Żadne strzały snajperskie ty będziesz miał. W sumie tobie też wytrzymałość można by dawać coraz wyższą. Miej wytrzymałość. Podnieś. Znowu leczenie ran, atuty. Nie chcę strzału snajperskiego. Możesz już mieć? Nie, nie może mieć. W sumie on ma dwuręka. Ale ja i tak będę chyba wolał, żeby on strzelał lepiej. I w sumie to by się mu przydało. Dobra, niech na razie to ma. Aha, może mieć kolejne, to super. Siła. Dobra, siła może być. Umiejętności. Znowu leczenie ran, atuty. Nie, żadne strzały snajperskie. Już może mieć? Już może mieć. A to super. Dobra, to najwyżej później mu tam... Tu tam dam. Myszyn jest od nas bardziej po jasnej stronie. Nie może być. A właśnie, ja nie chciałem myszyn. Dlaczego ja myszyn wziąłem wtedy? No tak, bo ja chciałem z nią pogadać i ja Canderousa jeszcze wtedy wziąłem. Kart. Chodź tu, kart. A, kart jeszcze jest, ma poziom oczywiście. Atrybuty. Siła. Nie, ja chyba wolę, żebyś miał lepszą zręczność, bo ty strzelasz tylko. Strzał snajperski nie. W sumie... Tak się zastanawiam, po co ja Canderousowi daję wytrzymałość, skoro on i tak... tylko będzie strzelał. Nie wiem. Tak się sam zastanawiam. Dobra, nieważne, masz to, niech będzie. No i kart też jest bardziej pojasny niż ja. Dobra. Gdzie jesteś, mistrzu Zarze? Tu jesteś.
Ah, good. Now that you have selected your crystal, we shall begin the construction of your lightsaber.
No i świetnie, mamy miecz świetlny. No póki co jeszcze nic nie mam, żebym mógł go bardziej ulepszyć. Otrzymano stracone przedmioty. Mamy miecz świetlny. Hurra, pięknie! Super, super, super. Fajnie.
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force. By adding crystals to your lightsaber, you can alter or enhance its properties. There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Mogę odnaleźć kryształy na Dantooine?
It is a rumor only. I do not know if there's any truth in it, but you must learn first to use your lightsaber and take care when drawing it. Your lightsaber identifies you as a member of the Jedi Order. With such recognition comes honor and respect, and the attentions of dangerous enemies. The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
Jestem gotów na trzecią próbę.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove once used for deep meditation by the Jedi is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Kathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers. A threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
Co wywołuje to zepsucie?
The Kathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
Wiesz więcej niż mi mówisz.
I can say no more. Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Okej. No nic, w takim razie ruszamy. Ruszymy. 27 minut. Ja się aż tak nagadałem. Niemożliwe. Beleja, co nam powiesz, bo tutaj przychodzisz?
Greetings, apprentice. Though I understand you shall not have that lowly title much longer. Master Jar tells me that your progress has been remarkable. Soon he feels you will attain the rank of Padawan. Then you will truly be a full-fledged Jedi. How are you enjoying your training?
Jest trudne, warto poświęcać mu czas. Chcę się nauczyć korzystać z mocy, a nie wysłuchiwać twojej filozoficznej popolaniny. Chcę zamotykować swój miecz świetny. Słyszamy o jakichś jaskiniach.
There are caves on Dantooine that hold those rare crystals. But be warned, apprentice, they are dangerous. You should not meddle in things beyond you. I wish you luck in your training, apprentice. There is much you must yet learn. May the Force be with you.
Okej. A właśnie, czy ja coś otrzymałem? Nie. Zamknięte.
The council has decreed you may come and go as you please.
Aha, okej. Musiałem z tobą wcześniej pogadać. W porządku. I oto mamy ładne widoczki. Bardzo się cieszę, że te elementy z daleka są rzeczywiście... One się ruszają, one są żywe. No dosłownie nie widzimy, co się dzieje tam na horyzoncie, ale... Fajna jest sprawa, że to żyje, tutaj coś lata, tutaj ptaki latają, drzewo żyje. A Kat chce coś nam powiedzieć. Porozmawiaj z Katem.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Możemy wrócić do naszej wcześniejszej rozmowy?
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
No sam nie zaczepiłeś, stary. Nie sądzisz, że poczułbyś się lepiej, gdybyśmy o tym porozmawiali?
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul.
Skądś znam to imię.
With good reason. Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
Jak możesz te wszystkie nie przewidzieć? Nie podejrzewałeś go o to, że może zdradzić Republikę? No, obie są typowo skierowane ku niemu. Przeciwko Kaltowi w sensie.
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
Naprawdę to jedziesz, dlatego się na co wrzasz? Obwiniasz się za to, że zaufałeś przyjacielowi? I dlatego się nad sobą użalasz?
Don't even start with that. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel angry at Saul and all those others. It's all I can think about sometimes. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
To okropne, tak mi ciebie szkoda. Na twoim miejscu zrobiłbym to samo. To okropne, tak mi ciebie szkoda.
Well, there's more to the story, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Okej. A ty, Canderousie, coś powiesz? Zastanawiam się, czy nie pamiętasz innych historii o wojnie. O, już kolejna historia. No dobra, niech będzie.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
Co za barbarzyństwo. Ja wykorzystałbym tę moc o wiele wcześniej. Może innym razem. Ja wykorzystałbym tę moc o wiele wcześniej.
We were still recovering from the war we fought with the Sith. We were not yet strong enough to fight the Republic again. We needed to train another generation to do that. We would travel from world to world and descend on it in our basilisk war droids. I still remember my first combat. I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
Ha, to co z ciebie za Mandaloriani? Nie sądziłem, że Mandalorianie też się boją. Co było potem? Okej, nie sądziłem, że Mandalorianie też się boją.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
Upuszczono cię z orbity w robocie? Te roboty to dopiero coś. Dlaczego w ogóle walczyliście? A dlaczego w ogóle walczyliście?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. That world's dead now. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
To okropne. To dopiero była bitwa. Przydałby mi się taki robot wojenny.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Wiesz coś o tej planecie?
From what we saw from space, this world doesn't have a lot of people. I couldn't really have found much work here anyway, so I never had an interest. It looks like a farm world. The Republic has thousands of these places. Ones that get by farming crops and hunting herds of native beasts. But I might have underestimated this place. It seems to be more than I thought. You have anything?
Dobra. Co? Kolejna? Okej, zastanawiam się, czy nie pamiętasz innych historii o wojnie.
You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
Co chcesz przez to powiedzieć? Co chcesz przez to powiedzieć?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Wy Mandalorianie nie grzeszyliście rozsądkiem. Czy ten obiekt jakoś się bronił?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on the side. On the outside it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive, in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something, or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
To była asteroida?
Maybe, but maybe not. It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
To był statek?
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something...
Dobra, czy będzie kolejna historia? Ale już mówiłeś. Aha, okej.
Your choice.
Dobra. Dodano wpis do dziennika. Kurczę, 2 historie w tym samym czasie. Nigdy tego nie miałem. Dobra, próby Jedi. Dobra, chyba byłoby na tyle. Mamy 38 minut. Bardzo szybko ucieka czas, no ale niestety, jak to zwykle przy pogadankach. Dobra, zacznijmy innym razem. Ja może tym razem o tak zakończę odcinek. Przy zachodzie słońca. No i cóż, tyle by było ode mnie. Dziękuję wam bardzo za oglądanie i do zobaczenia w następnych odcinków. Trzymajcie się, na razie.